my student number is 035. Okay, in this video, I will explain for you about what is the function of oral language. But before we know what is the function of oral language itself, maybe we must know what is oral language. So, what is oral language? Oral language is the system through which we use spoken words to express knowledge, ideas, and feelings. Developing EL's oral language then means developing the skill and knowledge that go into listening and speaking, all of which have a strong relationship to reading comprehension and to writing. And then developing communicative competence in the function of language. Developing competence is using the function of language involving learning through language as well as learning about language. Students develop topic knowledge in all areas of the curriculum through speaking and listening. They also learn about spoken language by learning how to organize their speaking, choosing vocabulary and nonverbal behaviors that will enhance what they say. It also important to teach students the words and phrases that are needed to discuss spoken language. This is known as developing meta language. Okay, let's start to the function of oral language itself. Number one, the function of oral language in discussion. Discussions challenge students to use reasoning, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. They also involve students in generating possible solutions, giving explanation and opinions, and making decisions. Students gain practice in expressing their ideas clearly and logically, and in learning to listen and respond to different points of view. And in the book, we can see discussion table. There are language function, there is heuristic, tell me why, seeking and testing knowledge, and then text type and text structure and language features. Okay, the next function of oral language is an extended conversation. Extended classroom conversation are sustained conversational language that occur between teacher and students and between students and students. They are used to create or negotiate understanding of a topic, provide opportunities for students to take part in sustained conversations and exchange about some substantive topics as whole class in a small group. Build shared understanding that interactive dialogue is not a subscripted task controlled by one person or group. Make students aware that all of their contributions promote shared understanding of subject matter, and that is the construction of knowledge that is important. Emphasis that exploratory talk stage allows students to develop their knowledge and understanding of technical subject-specific vocabulary. They can then use the vocabulary to communicate in a public. Next is the function of oral language is a partner and small group work. In small group situations with set tasks, language is an important learning medium. Small group learning allows the teacher to adopt a more informal role in discussion. This allows the teacher to effectively scaffold students' learning by providing instructional conversation where apprentices and experts converse together. In a part and small group work table, their language function is interactional. Me and you getting along with others, establishing relative status, also me against you, establishing spareness. Text type is partner in small group and work, text structure and language features. And then we go to oral report. There is oral reports give students experience in selecting and organizing information that will suit specific purposes, situations, and audience. The demands of the context will also influence vocabulary, pace of delivery, and other speaking and listening conversations. Reports can be unplanned on or planned. Subjects such as technology and enterprise and science provide authentic context and purposes for composing oral reports, especially if students have been involved in group work first. Informally reporting back to whole class gives students a real opportunity to develop common understanding and clarify new learning. It also enables to recycling or a review of a new language and development of concept. The next is the function of oral language is an question and inquiry. Questioning is the basis of effective inquiry and encourage higher order thinking. Good questioning promotes understanding as it provides opportunities to explain, clarify, probe, make connection, and identify problems and issues. Questioning contributes to dialogue between teacher and students and influences students' use of questioning to promote their own learning. Self-questioning enables students to assess their own results and efforts as well as to set goals for improvement. Questioning needs to be nurtured and developed and for all disciplines. In question and query there are also questioning table. There are language functions, text type, and the text structure and language features. The next is interviews. Interviews provide an authentic context for questioning. In an interview, students practice effective questioning and develop the skills to listen critically. Students' interviewing skills develop when they are provided with situations where questioning and critical listening are related to a specific purpose. The most effective way to promoting a meaningful context is through interviews linked with the curriculum. And this is interviews table. You can see. The next is meetings. This is the one of the function of oral language. Meetings provide an authentic context in which to develop and reinforce speaking and listening skills. They provide a forum to discuss matters of importance, problems, and resolve specific issues. Meetings are generally planned, and students have the opportunity to plan in advance what they are going to say. However, much of the work will be unplanned discussion or exploratory talk. And this is meeting table. Okay, we go to arguments and informal debates. The language used for debates and developing argument is designed to persuade an audience to accept a particular point of view. Involving students in debates gives them practice in giving justifying opinions. Students will also need to research topics and gather accurate and relevant information to support a particular point of view. Debates can be used for exploring issues and different points of view that arise from literature being studied in complex issues surrounding science or social studies topic or local concern and current affairs. And this is argument and informal debate table. And then we go to interest talks. Interest talks are a way for students to share topics of personal interest with others. Choosing a topic they know well allows students to concentrate on developing the skills needed to organize and present the information to others. The main aim of an interest talk is to make topics so interesting to others. Interest talks contain information that is used to describe. Students talking about racing cars will need to describe different types of racing cars, such as stock cars. Interest talks also contain explanation and so on how stock car races work. Interest talk can be part of a daily sharing sessions with a partner or small group, or they can be developed into a planned and formal presentation. And this is interest talks table. And then, last but not least, the function of oral language is in storytelling and anecdotes. Telling stories, retelling story or retelling events and relating personal anecdotes has traditionally been the way that cultures and societies have preserved and celebrate their traditions, passed on their values and belief system, and entertained and instructed. We communicate by telling stories. They allow us pass on information and to make meaning of our lives. We tell story about our experience and so on, the car accident on the way home, our day at work or school, and the television show we watched. We use a combination of language function within these personal narratives and so on, recount, describe or report as we tell our stories. Telling stories is a vital part of everyday conversation and should not be confused with formal performance seeking. However, there may be occasions when teacher extends storytelling skills into performance speaking. And then this is storytellings and anecdotes table. Okay, thanks for watching, mom and friends. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.